Hello, this is your boy, Bill Escavava, and this is my review of Horizon Zero Dawn. So, I know Zelda is really in the eyes of everyone right now with the Nintendo Switch coming out and everyone going crazy for it, but I have two friends, they both bought Switches, they both had problems with their Switches. One of them had the crazy flickering of the screen, and the other one had it just bricked. Was working fine and then bricked. So my decision to wait for the first wave to pass was turning out to be a good one, since there's a lot of problems with the Switch currently. But Horizon Zero Dawn, what can I say about this game? I love it. So I got the platinum in it, 100% it. Love this game. And the reason I love it is because it is basically the greatest hits put together. And that's how I really feel about it, because they take the best parts of every open world game. The collectathon really reminded me of the old school platformer games where you have to collect a whole bunch of things. But there's like challenges, there's vaults, there's mugs, there's little statues, there's metal flowers to collect. So there's a lot of collecting, there's a lot of clearing. There's towers made in a fun and interesting way where you have to climb up these tall necks, these robotic animals, which are like kind of looks like the Starship Enterprise. Fantastic game, fantastic world. I love the look of it. Of course, the graphics are fantastic in this. I played on the original PS4, works fine. My white PS4 from the Destiny bundles works fine, no problems with that. I also love how the story gripped me. I really found it interesting to why did the world come to an end? Why are there animal robots? Why is it like this? And I really found the story interesting, and I think it pays off. I really enjoyed the story. I loved the story. The combat is fantastic. I love this combat. I played on normal, so there's easy, normal, and difficult, hard. I played on normal, which is the default setting. I loved the combat. I loved sneaking around, shooting people. Fighting the metal robots is so much fun. It's just a fantastic game. The world is big. It's a massive world, but it's not Witcher-sized world. So if you're thinking this is too much for me to handle, it's not. It's the perfect size world where it's much smaller than you think. When you look at it, it's massive. It looks massive, but it's much smaller than it looks. But it's so crammed with stuff to get and do, and it's all like together that you're not wasting too much time just walking around, not knowing where to go. It feels like the perfect length of game. It took me 47 hours to beat, or 48 really, almost 50 hours to beat the game fully, to get the platinum. So it's around a 50-hour game if you want to do everything and get the platinum for it. I think other people have been in it. If you just go full story, I think people have been in it in like 30, 35 hours. So I really enjoyed it. Aloy as a character, I think she's good. The whole thing, she's a woman, what about that? I don't really care. She acts like any other, basically, hero. And what I mean by that, I mean mechanically. So she climbs walls the same as, let's say, Infamous, or any of these things, any of these protagonists. She fights the same as, you know, the Witcher dude, you know, when she's smacking people. She's not weaker, she doesn't like stumble more. She's basically mechanically she's the same as any other hero you would expect. So in an action RPG. So there's no problem with that. It's basically just the skin. This is what all these things are. When you look at, like, I connect with characters, I connect with the world, I connect with stories, so that's important to me. But when you're looking about, this one's a woman, this one's a man, this one's a let's say a kid, like Ellie from The Last of Us. That's basically just a skin that they put over a rig. You know, they draw it out in pixels, they rig them up, they figure out the mechanics, and then they put a skin. They could have made her an orc. She could have been like a green orc. She could have been a robot dinosaur. Mechanically, she works fine, and I really like the character. Story-wise, I think the voice acting is fantastic. I think the way she's like, she's a bit like I wouldn't say a Nathan Drake cheeky kind of way, but she does have a bit of that. I love this, like the stealth mechanics are hilarious. It's pretty forgiving. You can shoot a guy in the head right next to another guy, and the guy will be like, "What's going on?" And then you could just like drag them one by one and just knock them out. By the end of this game, I was like crazy powerful. I'm talking about like I could just kill everything. I was level 50 before beating the game because I did all the hunter trials, and I had the super armor, which basically makes you invincible. You don't take hits until it like degenerates. It gives you a shield. So I was like God. I was God in this game. I was just shooting everything, killing everything. You know, strongest weapons because I did all the Hunter's Lodge stuff. So I was just mowing down people. But super fun, super thing. I can't wait for a second one. There's guaranteed going to be Horizon Zero Dawn 2, or probably Horizon some other name, Horizon the Threat, or Horizon the Bringing, or something. And no spoilers here, but there's going to be a second one. Guerrilla Games, the people who made Killzone, made this game, put in too much work for them to just make one game and then just back off. Sony put a lot into this game. Sony clearly thinks this is the next big game, the next big thing for Sony, and pretty much it is. It is the best parts of all open world games. It's got the towers from Ubisoft, it's got the bandit camps from Far Cry, it's got a whole bunch of this, but it's not too overwhelming. It's together. It's got the Batman, you know, the following the tracks, as you can see, clearing see-through walls, kind of collecting people, marking them to knock them out. It's got the best parts, and that's alright. It's alright to get the best parts of each game, put it together, and make a great game using parts of other games. It's fantastic. I think Guerrilla did a really good job. I hope the second one is as good as this one. I hope they don't go too crazy and they make it like massively big, you know, like double the collectibles, double everything, because then it might get a little too overwhelming if it's like, instead of 30 metal flowers, if it's 60 metal flowers. But besides that, I think the game's fantastic. I think if you own a PS4, get this game. It's a 100% must buy. It's a must play. Platinumed it, loved it, and that's pretty much it. So comment down in the comment sections below, what do you think about Horizon Zero Dawn on the PlayStation 4? And please do not forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. Bilishkavava out.